Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dread Tech Reviews. Here we have the Redmi Note 7 Pro, and I'm going to be going over the like how it works and my review and everything while we put a case and screen protector on. We will start with the screen protectors to make it a little easier, obviously. And to start with, I believe I got both of these off of Amazon. I may be wrong, or not Amazon, I'm sorry, AliExpress, but I'll put the links in the description. This one might have come off of eBay though, just be aware. So they both came pretty quick. This one obviously took a little bit to get here because it did come from China. I know this one was on AliExpress, but it's a wallet case. I'm gonna give this one to the girlfriend because it's got a better camera and it looks a little better and works nicer than the Mi 8 Lite. So give her a little upgrade there. But in the screen protector cover thing here, we've got just looks like the protector itself, which is it said it was a Nilican one, and then we've got the the application kit. So let's go ahead and put this on here. What do we got? We've got a little dust protector, dust remover there, and I'm guessing this is probably everything's in Chinese on this too. Oh no, man. Keep out of children's reach. Please, rinse with water immediately if touch with your eyes. So I'm guessing this is that little cleaning, whatever it is. There we are. And then the application stickers. I don't really ever use these because I just never needed to, I guess. But sometimes they help out if you're having trouble placing it correctly on the screen. Let's go ahead and open this up here. So this here is the screen protector. It's a little loosey-goosey. So we're going to go ahead and take this is the old case I got here, a clear one. I may or may not have done a review on that, but I'll make sure I put a video up of it. Clean the phone real good. This thing still looks really nice. Like, that is really nice color. I have one nitpicky thing to say about the screen though. I would absolutely recommend getting a screen protector the moment you get this phone. I'm pretty sure it says it's using Gorilla Glass, but just the in and out of my pocket, I don't know if you're able to see the scratches on there. You can't see them when the screen's on, and you can only see them in like certain lights and stuff, but it's got little scratches that are appearing on the screen, which is unfortunate because this is a nice phone. I don't like to get scratches on any of my screens or phones, but this one got scratches really easy just pulling it in and out of my pocket. But as far as gaming goes, picture taking goes, it takes excellent pictures in good light, and night shots, it's not the best that I've had before. Like the Mi Mix 3 takes better night shot photos, but the night shots on these tend to look a little grainy. But other than that, like daylight pictures, and I was taking some pictures of the sunset, and I'll link my Instagram and everything to down below as well, so you guys can take a look at the pictures that I post from all the phones that I review. But let's go ahead and get this going here. As far as the connection goes, I get 4G, not LTE, but regular 4G pretty much everywhere. But there are places inside of the middle of Portland and Vancouver, and we went up to Olympia a little bit ago, and I got 5G service when we were in the middle of that city too. And then again when I went up to a smaller town up north, it's close to Seattle, it's called Bremerton and Port Orchard and stuff. It's my hometown where I grew up. But I got 5G actually in those, not 5G, I'm sorry. I got LTE. If I was saying 5G any time of that, I'm sorry, I haven't got 5G yet. But I was getting LTE everywhere up there for band 5. That's what I was trying to say. So band 5 I was getting, but everywhere else, like on the highway and in little cities and in between, and maybe when it's too congested, it just bumps down to 4G. But I tend to get more, not more, I'm sorry, like a better connection. It'll be a stronger connection. I'll get more bars on 4G consistently than I do on LTE with the Mi Mix 3, or even when this phone is on LTE, the 4G is a steadier connection, which is cool. Like, it makes it less of a concern when I go to buy another phone or a new phone in the future, whether I get 4G or LTE, because whether I was using YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, everything loaded quick enough for me to use. It's not like I was sitting there tapping my foot waiting for it to load or anything, unless I was trying to download a file. But then, I was usually on Wi-Fi if I needed to download something. So the whole 4G LTE thing isn't that big of an issue for me. It may be for you in the future if you really need those speeds, or if you do a lot of I guess competitive online gaming on your mobile network for some reason. But let's see, which side is the front here. That is 1 and that is 2. Okay, so we'll peel 1 off first. I'm kind of going off of just picture instructions because I don't have word instructions to go off here of, since everything's in Chinese. Alright, so there's not really anything to line up other than the camera hole. So we'll go ahead and sticker that up right in the middle. And how did I do on the placement there? It's a little bit left, so we're going to have to recenter this here. Sometimes it can be kind of hard. I've never really found a super easy way of applying these things other than just eyeballing it really well. And then that one seems to be good. And then always there's bubbles in the middle, so you're going to have a flat surface. This one actually didn't come with a squeegee, which I'm kind of surprised, but what we're going to use is the box that it came in is going to be good enough. And you're just going to want to start from the middle. You got to press all these bubbles out. You might even be able to use your finger. I don't have my wallet on me, or I'd get out like a credit card, but my finger seems to be working okay. The bubbles will probably also in time come out as the screen protector adheres to the phone. The only way that it won't is probably if I got like a little piece of dust underneath it, or like a flake of something, or a hair. Those are always the worst because I feel like it ruins the screen protector. But this one seems to be doing okay. Let's see, almost done. Oop, 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 oop. There we go. I'm gonna have to it's the same as the Mi Mix 3 for the most part when it comes to how the screen protector feels. It's one of those nice matte ones. I really like the back because it cuts down on the glare, and I think we got a little piece of fuzz under there we're gonna have to try to remove. When I did get the one for the Mi Mix 3, it came with like a wet applicator, which was really cool because I think the wetness helped keep little dust particles and hairs from sticking in there, because it just kind of washed its way out. But I'm not sure if this screen protector is designed for that use. But it looks like I may have gotten one little bubble in there, and I do hope that does go away. Maybe if I push real hard, push it out. It doesn't look like it. I think we're gonna be stuck with that bubble there, because I think I got like a fuzz. Yeah, I can feel it. That's okay though. I think the bubble will squish down after a while. Yeah, after you use it and it adheres down, it'll get smaller. That's okay. It'll go away. Alright, the phone is turned off. Let's get rid of all this garbage now. Oh, God, messed up my thing. Alright, that there is the screen protector. It wasn't too difficult to put on. The main things you guys got to worry about is just lining up the camera hole and then the edges, which I seem to have done a pretty good job. It feels pretty even. And I don't know if you guys can see, but this is the matte protector, so it's not going to have the glary glossiness that your tempered glass screen protector is. This one's going to have it's going to have that, I don't know what's the closest, that it's a soft feeling, I guess is the best way to put it. It doesn't seem to scratch too difficultly, like if you drop it, or easily if you drop it on the ground, on a rock, I'm sure it'll gouge it. But if it's similar to the one on the Mi Mix 3, it will kind of self-heal itself over time, which is really cool. But put that down and get over to the wallet case. Girlfriend likes the double fold. This one unfortunately doesn't have like a clip closure like one of the previous ones I had, but she didn't like the alligator skin, so we didn't ever use that one. But this one seems to be pretty nice. It smells kind of like leather. It may be, but it was fairly cheap. It was like the $15 range, not too bad. It just pops right in there, and it does have the magnetic enclosure, so it's not gonna pop off. But it's got slots for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you got the big slot there. You got the big slot there. And you got another one. Yeah, and the big slot there. So it's got quite a few pockets if you're into that, and you can also use it for angled viewing, which is pretty cool. And let's see, that was the case. There's not much to talk about a case. Like, it feels like any other leather wallet case. It's nothing particularly special, though this one didn't come with a little wrist honeydew like most of the cases do. So if you're into that kind of thing, that might put you off, but it's a hit and miss if you do or don't like those. But we can just take one from one of the old cases if you got one, and it just clips right on. But the Redmi Note 7 Pro, it's a great phone. It's a great budget phone. You can pick the regular Note 7 up for $200. You can pick up the Note 7 Pro for almost $300 is what I got it for, and it's definitely a significant upgrade. Instead of the Snapdragon 660 in the regular Note 7, it's got the 675. It's got the actual 48 megapixel Sony sensor in there instead of the other one that uses the Samsung sensor. What else here? It plays games really well. Let's see if I can even pull up a game real quick, and we'll watch how fast it loads. I've never been a fan of the wallet cases because they're kind of bulky, but she likes them because she likes to combine everything. So let's go. We'll go to games. We'll play some Asphalt 9. I am on Wi-Fi on this phone currently because I don't have a data connection right now because the SIM card is in the Mi Mix 3. But this will still show you how the phone performs because you don't need a data connection to view that. The notch never really became that big of an issue for me. It does fill up the screen if you can see there. So it cuts out a bit of your viewing angle, but if I'm playing a game, my thumb or my hand's always there anyway, so it's not like it's blocking anything, and it's not like, in PUBG, there's not going to be an enemy over here or another game, so it's not that big of a deal. Like, if you're watching a video, it might just be distracting, and that's about it. But here, let's just do one quick race, I guess. We'll do a multiplayer race. This is the game I play the most. It's just something I can turn on, play a race real quick, and then get back to whatever I was doing. So, it's not like I have to spend hours and hours just to do one thing. Like on PUBG, you can play one game, and that'll be 15 minutes, or you can play, a different game, and that can last, a half hour, 45 minutes, depending on how well people are. It's synchronizing there, so let's give it a minute. This phone's been off for a few days because I switched back to the Mi Mix 3. I do love this phone, but I just like the Mi Mix 3 more. I like the heavier feel. I like the flagship feel of it more. And, most importantly, I think I just wanted to go back to that full screen with the slider because I really like it. It hits a good nostalgic tone for me because I had owned sliders in the past. So this has never happened before. I'm not sure why it's synchronized. There we go. All right. So we're going to play the one game, clear off our workspace. I always turn the sound off, or the music off for this game because it always starts with this very same song, and it got really old really quick. So maybe I'll turn the music on sometime and see if they've updated that, but I'll put that in a review for them just to let them know that the music's annoying. Alright, here we go. We're going to race. You can see the pictures very well. This is an IPS screen. It's not the AMOLED, so it's not going to be crazy dark blacks. The one thing I have noticed with this phone is when I'm playing Asphalt 9 compared to the Mi Mix 3, when it gets to like very graphically intense areas, like there's a lot of buildings moving by, and I've got like, oh, that crashed, and I've got like the NOS moving on, so you can see that the frame rate drops a little bit, and it does seem to get, you know, lower quality, or it looks choppy. But other than that, if you're just playing, you know, some light games like what, Candy Crush, or just any of those light games where it doesn't really need to have crazy amounts of detail and motion and, you know, all this crazy stuff going on at once, you should be fine. There's no reason why you need like a flagship phone if you're just playing Candy Crush for games. But as you can see, everything, you know, it looks really nice. The movement's clean. I haven't gotten to a point where it's really choppy. That tends to only happen in like the night races when it's darker out, because there's just more light and more movement that it needs to try to blur. But here we come up on the trees. There's a lot of detail in trees that you might be able to catch all the lagging on there. I guess it's not lagging, it's more just the frame rate lowering. I did notice one thing when I switched straight over to the Redmi Note 7 Pro, that the, what do you call it, like the animations and how everything looked is, I wouldn't say cartoony, but it felt cartoony at a glance, you know, like not cartoony as in the TV show cartoons, but just not, the details were less defined. It looked more, you know, like they cut out lines and just blended colors over instead. But that makes sense if you're going with a budget phone. So I'm not sitting there trying to compare a flagship phone to a budget phone by any means. But if that's something that you're concerned about, like, oh, I play a lot of games, I don't know if I should get this $200 budget phone or this $500 you know, flagship phone. You know, if games are very important to you, then maybe go with the flagship phone. But if you just play games on the side and you just want it to look nice and to work great and to take really good pictures, and you've got $200 in your pocket, or $300 in your pocket actually in this case, then, you know, this phone's a really good option. But as far as my tastes go, I believe that I'm more of a flagship tasted person until the specs that I really enjoy move into the, you know, the budget range, like, you know, the actual full screen and with no notch, and the AMOLED. I really like that. I really like the dark blacks and everything, and the crispness of it. And oh, can I think of what else? And I do like the big battery on this phone. That is one huge plus. If a big battery is your thing, this has the 4,000 milliamp battery, and any day of the week, no matter what we're doing, it's gonna outlast the Mi Mix 3. Like playing games, surfing the net, Facebook, YouTube, anything that I do on this phone and this phone at the same time, this one will outlast it all day. Like I almost have like 30% of my battery by the time that I'm ready to go to bed at the end of the day. Whereas this one, if I don't charge it in the middle of the day, by the time I get home after work, it's almost dead. So if that's a thing for you too, keep that in mind. But you know, that pretty much wraps everything up there. You saw a quick little case and the screen protector add-on. I wanted to give you guys both of those because the case just came in the mail, and I've just been lazy putting the screen protector on. But if I hold it up to the light here, the scratches that were on the screen, you can't even see it through the screen protector, so it's like they're not even there. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you are interested in the things that I'm doing, please subscribe and hit the little bell icon so you know when I post videos. Like my video if you like it, and tell your friends about, you know, the project here. We're trying to just make sure that if you decide to visit the United States, or if you like tech in other countries and you want to try to bring it over, but you're not really sure if that's something that you want, let me know and we'll see if we can bring it over. I've got a couple of things that are still coming in the mail that are going to be pretty cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have an awesome time.